Listen to me carefully. Stop letting people tell you that healing only happens in church. Stop letting them convince you it's your only option, or even the best one. God knows exactly what you need, and sometimes your healing is found in places religion told you to avoid. So can I be real with you for a minute? Really real. Let's talk about that feeling, the one that lives in the quiet moments after the applause died down. It's that knot in your stomach, the exhaustion that no amount of sleep can fix, the whisper that asks, if I'm so good at this, why does it feel so wrong? It's a strange reality, isn't it? Looking at a life that is technically working, the job, the success, the respect, and feeling like a complete stranger in your own story. Have you ever looked in the mirror and had to take a second to recognize the person staring back? You see a life that looks good from the outside, but you're the only one who knows how hollow it feels on the inside. That feeling, that slow death we call success, it has a name: misalignment. It is a deep personal pain that comes from being incredibly good at something you were never meant to do. That place of misalignment cost me everything. And today I want to tell you a story of how losing over $100,000 education was the only thing that could lead me back to myself. Looking back, the path I was on wasn't even mine. It was paved by suggestions of people I loved and trusted. Their well-meaning words became like a script for my life. Nelson, you have a gift for speaking. When are you starting a church? The church needs your voice. When you hear that enough, you mistake their vision for God's. So I did what I thought I was supposed to do. I went to seminary, 6 years, and over $100,000 in debt later. I had the degrees, the credentials to prove to them, and maybe to myself, that I was ready. I chased what I thought was my purpose. But in all actuality, I wasn't even in the right race. God gave me a tool. I could break down scripture and make it feel real. The trap, that was in the role I was told to play with the tool. I let the system put that gift behind the pulpit, but the structure of a traditional pastor, the politics, the weight of counseling others when I was crumbling, the pressure of having all the answers, was a box I was never meant to fit in. You see, I'm left-handed, and it felt like somebody trying to force me to write with my right hand. Yeah, I can make out the letters, but it's a painful, draining process. Every single day felt unnatural and exhausting. The danger wasn't in the work, though. It was in the role. Being a man with good intentions in the wrong position is one of the most dangerous places you can ever be in. The breaking point wasn't a slow decline either. It was a whiplash between two calls that took place within 60 minutes. 60 minutes. First, the highest of highs, a call to play keyboards for one of the biggest artists in the world. That was a dream. And then in less than 60 minutes, the lowest of lows, the next call came. It delivered news from inside the ministry, a betrayal and a conflict that would tear the entire thing apart from the inside out. It set off chain reactions that unraveled everything I had poured my life into. In that moment, I knew exactly how Elijah felt in scripture. After his biggest victory, he was under a tree, exhausted, asking God to just take his life. Man, I was there. I walked away from the church and onto a tour bus. My healing journey, it didn't start in the sanctuary. It started on a world tour. I was surrounded by artists, musicians, management, dancers, and crew members who had no idea they were God's instrument of healing. They just saw me, Nelson, not Pastor Nelson, just Nelson. Listen to me carefully. Stop letting people tell you that healing only happens in church. Stop letting them convince you it's your only option, or even the best one. God knows exactly what you need, and sometimes your healing is found in places religion told you to avoid. Here are 5 lessons I had to learn and what I want you to walk away with. Your gift is the tool, not the title. My gift was communication. The title of pastor was just a box they tried to put it in, and it was the wrong one. Applause is not the assignment. The applause of people is not your assignment from God. People will clap for what you do well, but that validation can become a golden cage, keeping you in a place long after God told you to move. Good intentions in the wrong position is a recipe for disaster. You can have the purest heart, but if you are misaligned in your role, you can cause damage. Good intentions are not a shield from the fallout of being in the wrong place. A wrong position does not make you a wrong person. You aren't broken. You were just trying to operate in a system you were never designed for. That fault isn't in you, it's in the fit. Stepping down is how you step up. Walking away from a title that looks like success is not failure. It is the ultimate act of stepping up into your actual God-given purpose. Now, here are 5 questions you're probably asking. Number 1, what will people think if I change directions? The people who truly care about you want you in your sweet spot, not your stress spot. The rest is just noise. You have to just let it be noise. Number 2, everything is working. Isn't that enough? Let me ask you this. Are you successful or are you fulfilled? Because they're not the same thing. Don't ever mistake activity for alignment. Number 3, what if I'm wrong about this too? Getting it wrong while you're honestly, sincerely seeking God is infinitely better than staying wrong just to save face. Number 4, how do I make this transition without breaking everything? You do it with integrity. You pray. You get wise counsel from people outside the situation who aren't invested in your answer. You make a gradual plan, and you leave things better than you found them. Number 5, what if I've invested too much to change course now? I invested $100,000 and years of my life, but the cost of staying misaligned will cost you your peace, your joy, and maybe even your life. What felt like my biggest failure was actually God's way of redirecting me. Think about it. Moses had to leave the palace and all its prestige to find his true purpose in the middle of a desert. It was a painful, humbling transition, but it was necessary. That's why I'm so passionate about this. If anyone knows the true cost of being misaligned, it's me. I want to leave you with this. Sometimes you have to fail in the position people gave you to walk into the one God prepared for you.